a very tedious job to beekeep. I mean,
now
you have
hand
to keep
feeding
them alive.
them.
Now you have to
For
hand
bee
feed
babies.
them. I know.
Yeah.
The bee babies.
Gotta
Save
keep
them. We
alive.
need them. Yeah. All right. Well, they're
Better
doing
her
good
than
work.
me, though. I don't know that I could do that.
I've always had a fear of bees. I know they're like.
I know they're important.
Yeah,
they're very important. Just
but
stay away.
Yeah,
don't sting us.
You can hang out in your little hive and do your thing and make the yummy honey and pollinate all the pretty flowers. But we do have a rain chance on the way. Not a significant one.
I know, we need it so badly. It's just not coming.
I know, and we had that drought monitor update yesterday, and it got even worse. So the worst drought we've had in over a decade. It's really, really rough. But we do have at least a low-end chance for rain this upcoming weekend. We're going to take you through that because the weekend is upon us, everyone. Happy Friday. Our weather impact alert this morning for fog that really is looking better than it did at this point yesterday, which is good news, but still impacting some of the morning commute. We're down to 3/4 of a mile in Brooksville. That is moving on to I-75 over in Hernando County, so a heads up there. We're seeing at least some patchy fog along I-4 from Lakeland into Hillsborough County. Where the most dense fog is this morning is out in Sebring over in Highlands County, so give yourself a few extra minutes this morning. And I have been tracking some fog over near Davis Island and on I-75 in Hillsborough County near the Riverview area, but overall, not quite as thick as it was yesterday, but still give yourself some extra time if you run into any this morning. Otherwise, what you're going to notice, it's a very mild start to the day. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 60s, 68 right now in Tampa, 69 in St. Pete, 65 in Newport Richey, 67 in Sarasota, 66 in Lakeland, 64 right now in Brooksville. The cool spot is Crystal River at 59. This afternoon, very similar to the last few days, we'll see tons of sunshine, a nice light breeze out of the south. That's a warm breeze. High temperatures today in the low to mid 80s along the coast. But look at this. Inland today, even warmer. Polk County close to 90 degrees. Some spots like Plant City and Wauchula, our models are thinking you could briefly hit 90 degrees this afternoon. That is well above average. Now, if you have any Friday night plans, tons going on per usual across the area. We're still in the 80s at 6, low 70s at 8, 10 o'clock we're in the mid 60s. A very warm and then mild night if you plan on staying out a little bit later. The weekend will start great. Some morning fog Saturday, otherwise a warm day, and then early morning rain moves in on Sunday, and then the breeze builds in. So let's time that out for you. Showers will move in along the Nature Coast around 5, maybe some pockets of heavy rain as well. This front will move into the Bay Area between about 6 and 7 o'clock, so that will impact the Bay Area early in the morning. I know we have a big run going on Saturday and Sunday morning with the Gasparilla Distance Classic, so just keep in mind you might get a little wet Sunday morning running. And then that front will shift south of I-4 by around 9, and ultimately the rain clears late morning, and we'll see skies clear through the afternoon, and that breeze is going to build. In the morning, we're looking at gusts about 20 miles per hour, but we'll up that to 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts through the afternoon. And then that cold air ushers in, waking up in the 40s Monday. Weather impact alert Tuesday. Tampa's going to wake up near 40, near freezing though along the Nature Coast, low 30s expected inland, so you will need the coats going back to work and school next week. Enjoy the warm weather while it lasts, because some changes on the horizon. Marine forecast shows light chop on the bay, seas at about 1 to 2 feet. Be careful for some sea fog that could develop the next couple of days. We'll stay warm and dry through Saturday. That rain rolls in early Sunday, and we cool off to kick off next week. All right, now it's time for... Maybe you should book one. Why not? Be a nice day to do so. Just make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Wear that sunscreen. So we'll have tons of sunshine through the day, and it's going to be a hot day. 9 o'clock, we're near 70 degrees. 11, we're at 79, and at 2, we're in the low 80s with a nice southwest breeze today. You will notice that breeze a little this afternoon as the air kind of mixes through the day today. Low to mid 80s inland, or excuse me, low to mid 80s along the coast. Inland, that's just what caught my attention, because look at this. Highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Sebring, Wauchula, Plant City, Frostproof. You could potentially touch 90 degrees later this afternoon. Very hot day, well above average for this time of year. Tomorrow, we're going to start mostly cloudy. Temperatures in the mid 60s, maybe a little bit of patchy fog. I think that's why this icon here is showing maybe some rain droplets. I think that's just some of the mist maybe from the fog. And then through the afternoon, tons of sunshine with highs in the low 80s. So another warm and dry day. If you have any plans for Saturday, I know we have tons of events going on, lots of festivals tomorrow, tons of 5Ks in the morning. Forecast looks great for it. Now, as we go into Sunday, we're going to be watching a front that's currently to our north. That's going to bring rain and storms to the southeast, bringing snow now to the Midwest. This is the same weather system that brought that severe weather to Indiana that we just showed you. Thankfully, no severe weather in our forecast, but we will get at least a little bit of rain from this weather system starting around 5 a.m. Showers will start to move in along the nature coast. Maybe some pockets of heavy rain. Don't think we'll see much thunder with this. Not many thunderstorms. Maybe some elevated storms. You might hear a rumble or two, but for the most part, it's just going to fall as rain. This front will move into the Tampa area around 7 o'clock in the morning along that I-4 corridor, push south of I-4 late morning around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then we'll dry out by around 11. Skies will clear through the day, and then the wind is going to pick up. We're talking wind gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour on Sunday afternoon, so it will be a breezy, if not windy day on Sunday. And then behind that, the cold air moves in. Monday morning, we're waking up in the 40s. It will feel colder because it'll still be breezy on Monday. Tuesday's our next weather impact alert, 40 degrees. That's for the city of Tampa. But take a look at this. North of town and inland, you're looking at near freezing temperatures. If not some freezing temperatures, patchy frost will also be possible Tuesday. So just go ahead and circle that day on your calendar. You're definitely going to need the coat starting Monday, but you'll especially need it Tuesday. You'll probably want to give yourself a few extra minutes Tuesday morning, too, to heat up the car, especially if it's parked outside on Tuesday morning. Here's a look at your marine forecast. Light chop on the bay, seas 1 to 2 feet. Just be careful because I've been looking offshore this morning. It looks like we do still have some sea fog offshore today. Just something to keep in mind. 7-day forecast shows nice and warm weather today and tomorrow. Early morning showers Sunday ahead of a cooler and breezy day with highs in the 70s. Highs only in the 50s Monday and Tuesday, but it's all about those cold mornings to kick off next week. Temperatures rebound right back in the mid-70s by Thursday. All right, now it's time for a check of